The topic that we are going to dive into today is one of the most important skill set that every human should possess. In fact, this very skill set actually made us one of the most dominant species in this entire world. And right now, it's a need of the hour to talk about and address about this particular topic because it has created one of the most extensive pressure in human society in order to handle this. And a lot of people are not, because it's simply the way society is set up right now. It's so self-centered, it's so self-indulged. With no further delay, the topic that I would like to dive into today is something that's called relationship management. Boom. Well, it's a big name and it's a vast topic. In order to try to wrap around my head and try to talk at least to make sense in a decent way, it might take me a couple of videos to try to actually address it in complete. So this particular video would be sort of like an introduction into that. Relationship management, pretty important for human society because everybody goes through it. Everybody wants to have it in a better way and much more efficient way in order to thrive and succeed and have peace of mind and empathy in your life. Two important aspects. Well, to talk about relationship management, first of all, in order to understand relationship, I would like to try to categorize them into two separate sectors. The first one would be something that I would like to call circumstantial relationship. Your parents, your kids, your in-laws, your neighbors, your co-workers, your boss, they all fall in that category. And the second sector is something that's called free will relationship. And the key players of that particular sector would be obviously your life partner, your friends, your cohorts, your very close inner circle. Well, even when I was trying to list down, if you could see closely, the free will relationship, the players are very limited. Probably about 10% of people in your life is actually chosen by you out of your free will. The 90% in your life actually exist because of purely circumstantial aspect. And that is why there is a frustration in human mind in order to try to wrap around and try to understand and try to deal with that particular relationship. At least that's what is my thought. But now the key is, how do you approach that relationship? Well, again, to get that into place, I would like to put two questions across, and that is, what makes a healthy relationship and how to maintain a healthy relationship? All right, I think my daughter is crying. And my wife is trying to console her. Anyways, hopefully that's not too loud. Well, how to maintain a healthy relationship is a video on its own because it's again a vast topic. But with this video, I would like to analyze about what makes a healthy relationship. And for me, I think two important ingredients actually makes a healthy relationship. The first one is time, and the second one is emotions. Well, time, it is pretty self-explanatory. There is no two ways about it. The more time you give, the better your relationship becomes. The next one is emotions. See, certain relationships, for example, your parents, your kids, your spouse, your close friends, yes, you are emotionally invested most of the time, but well, certain other relationships, which is, very short period, which is very short of a time, the emotional investment is lacking. But here's what I would like to say. Emotion doesn't have to be about knowing a person or knowing the pain and the sorrow or the happiness of a person. Emotions are very momentary. For example, let's say you hit Superstore, you do your groceries, you go to the checkout and you see the cashier. You might ask, how's the day going? And she might reply, it's been a long day. It's a tough day for her. And you might put on a big smile and you just say, hope the day gets better when your shift ends. Or you crack a joke, whichever you feel comfortable with. That changes the mood. The result of this is, let's say she's scanning a product and she finds that the prices were incorrect. She might change the price for you. She might give the product for free. There are multiple possibilities. But the reason for me to give this particular example is not to get something out of it all the time, because that's not the whole point of this. It's about giving that particular word or particular smile. That's the emotional investment that you give. You might get something in return right away, or you might get something in return in afterwards, or it could be from somebody else, but it's the gesture. That's what I'm trying to imply, because what goes around comes around. So you be a better person, a nicer person to people, and that's what you're going to get, either from that particular person, or if not, from anybody else whenever you need it. So that's two important ingredients that you actually have to think about when you try to think about a healthy relationship. And now the next topic, as I said, would be how to maintain a healthy relationship. Well, again, as I said, that's going to be a topic on itself, and I'll try to make it as soon as possible and try to dive in more and try to make much more better sense out of it. All right. This is Gautam signing off for now. See you soon.